Fox XFL crew to do some sideline reporting at the game. We spent some time with him at the Super Bowl.
He will be great at it.
He was fun.
He's so smart and so funny. He'll be great at it.
Back here with Coach Mangini.
Yes.
Coach, we're talking Tom Brady.
Back.
As he prepares for free agency, the looming question is, will Tom have to hand out resumes, or do they just know his stuff? Not that there's anything wrong with resumes. 6 Lombardi trophies, 4 Super Bowl MVPs, 1 mattress endorsement deal.
That's a good point.
That should not be slept on.
Wow, Jenna, I mean,
that's a good fun.
Got it?
It's great.
Better than the Cardi B.
Money. So what will motivate Brady's
Cardi B for this
free agency decision? We'll let Drew Brees tell you. Listen to him.
I can't speak for Tom, but I know for me, being at this stage in my career, I just want to win. I just want to win. I think Tom has been a guy who's kind of been the model for all of us for a lot of years. I don't think any of this is about money for Tom. I think it's about winning another championship. I also think it's probably about feeling like he's in a situation where he's got all the pieces in place to do that. So, again, I can't speak for him, but I know at this stage in the game and knowing his mentality to a degree, it's about winning a championship.
All right, Nick, if we are ranking what's important to Tom, you've got title, you've got money, maybe you've got family. Where do you rank them all?
Well, I think that Tom Brady his whole career has prioritized winning above all else, and he's won more than anyone else in large part, not just because of that, but partially because of that. But that doesn't mean money's not important, and that doesn't mean money just represents money. And for Drew Brees, of course, he's going to prioritize at this point winning over anything else. His winning cup is not even close to full. In fact, it is lower than he ever would have thought. 1 Super Bowl win, 1 Super Bowl appearance compared to 6 wins, 9 appearances for Tom. So they're in very different places. But money represents, if you don't have it, it can represent a bit of freedom. It can represent stability.
Respect.
If you have it, though, it starts to represent other things like respect, which is, to me, what Tom Brady prioritizes in line at this point in his career with winning is being appreciated and being respected. Because in New England, he has got all the winning one could imagine. I don't know that he's gotten all the appreciation. And this past offseason, he got none of the respect. So if we're just about winning, then he's signed for the minimum. It's available to him. If money matters nothing, if money only represents money and he's going to die with $100 million left over anyway, then play for the minimum, trust Belichick to bring in guys and go do it. But it represents more than that, and it should represent more than that. And so I don't think we can say, well, it's only about winning and nothing else, when it's also about, are you taking advantage of me? Are you taking advantage of the things I have afforded you? And do you appreciate that the step 1 of the Patriot way is me? And step 2 is make sure I'm there. And step 3 is all the stuff that Bill Belichick does.
Okay, so a few things here.
It's my favorite part of the show. The nod and the okay.
I think there's been another mattress commercial earlier in the career, so I think this might be mattress commercial number 2.
Okay.
Probably competing brands.
It just beefs up the resume.
From Drew Brees' perspective, the Saints have got to be really happy to hear that he's prioritizing winning over money, because he has made $10 million more than Tom Brady in his career to this point with 2 years less, and I've never known him to take a discount. So that's good that for New Orleans that he has now prioritized winning over money, and he'll be taking a less than top-end market deal. So that's good news on that front. In terms of money equaling respect and it being the first level of the Patriot way, that's not how it works. It's similar to when the Eagles won the Super Bowl and they were going to win them all and have so much fun and they were going to redefine the way that things are done. That's not how it works. It's hard. It's a difficult thing to do. If it wasn't, then everybody would do it. If what Tom has done was easy, everybody would do it. And it's taken an incredible amount of discipline. And now he's at the point in his career where he's trying to redefine how age relates to success. And unfortunately, he may not be able to be at the top end of the market when he's doing that, if he wants to do it with the best opportunity to continue to be successful, and that's in New England. So the idea that suddenly at this point, when he's made $250 million, his wife's probably made more, that now it's going to be about the money, It just it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It's not what he knows, so I can't imagine it's changing now.
Doesn't he have enough money?
He has enough money.
Like, isn't that what we're talking about?
He has enough money and he has enough titles.
Doesn't he have enough? No, I think you can always.
No. He doesn't have enough titles?
No, he wants more titles.
Okay,
he wants more. Well, 6 to 7 and $200 million to $230 million, I think is a big difference. I think that he just wants to sit there, get another title, and be like, I'm the greatest of all time. I don't think the money matters at all.
Well, then, so why last year when he was asking for a contract extension, when he said 2 years, $50 million, it gets it done, the same deal Brees got, did he not say 2 years, $5 million? If it matters nothing, then why not that?
I do agree with you on one note, Nick. I think you need to get a deal that is respectful enough.
Yes.
But you don't have to be over the top. And I think that in negotiations, and especially there, it's hardcore. So if they feel like they can negotiate and get you to play or coach or do whatever for $1 amount, then they're going to press you to do it at that dollar amount. And if the market says they can't, it doesn't mean that they're out. Look, Josh McDaniels was in Indianapolis, right? That's where he was going until he wasn't. And then he was back in New England. Tom Brady may be going somewhere until he's not, and he's back in New England, but that may take some time, and the market may have to show that he does have, more value financially somewhere else.
And that's a risky game for the Patriots, because while he finds out what the rest of the market is, even if he's not just going to go to the highest bidder, he might go to the highest love. He might go to the highest appreciation.
Highest love, Nick?
Yeah. I do. I think that Tom Curran said this, and I agree with him. It was about a few weeks ago. He said that he thinks that if Bill Belichick in a meeting with Tom said, Tom, I don't know how this thing got sideways. We love you. We need you. What you want $35 million, we'll give it to you. That Tom would respond and say, 25's fine. That he wants to hear it, and then he would say, I don't need all that, but I wanted to hear it. And when we talk, Coach and I have a lot of...
I buy this.
Right?
You know what? This reminds me of the NFL 100 show.
Yes.
When Belichick was talking about Ed Reed. And Ed Reed was sitting here and Belichick was sitting there. And I had never heard Belichick, who's won all these Super Bowls with the Patriots, talk about a player like he talked about, Randy. He talked about Randy on I think it was the other show. But him talking about Ed Reed's like, best play I've ever seen, smartest football player I've ever seen on the field.
He'll talk about Tom Brady later on when he's retired that way.
But can he break that out? Can we do another NFL 100 show? Have Brady there.
But he did it with Brady there.
And then what
didn't give him, listen, he said great things about him, but it wasn't what you're talking about. It wasn't that effusive. And Coach, that's a little bit of Bill's ego, right?
No, look, when you've been together with someone for a long, long time, and then after 20 years, you're like, you know what? Change. You know what? I've been with you forever.
I love you. You're perfect. Now change.
Now, look, after 20 years, change who you are. It's been great for us. We've had an incredible run. I've seen you treat other players a certain way. I've seen that the ruthless economy with which you run this team. But for me, be different.
Yeah.
Change.
If I'm the best ever, yeah.
Oh, okay, but
you better, or I might leave.
But it's a little okay, and you might, and sometimes that happens, and you split up the house, and the kids are off of college and all that stuff,
and everyone's worse off.
And